This forum is all about trying to identify what works and what doesn't work. The OECD is always quite interested in what doesn't work, because if we know something doesn't work, we can suggest that maybe you should try something else. Identifying knowledge gaps, because we don't always want to be looking under the lamppost, so to speak, for our guidance. There are things we don't know, and an organisation like this is hungry to discover what those things might be. And we need to know all of that, because this is an organisation that tries to help a large number of countries, not just our own members, and to do that we need to make sure our work programme is designed in a way which is as helpful as possible. So the purpose of these forums, and there's a different topic each year, the purpose is to think across the boundaries of policy issues and try to identify where we need to make fresh inquiries.
C'est un grand plaisir pour moi d'être ici avec vous pour expliquer combien la croissance verte est au cœur de la politique municipale parisienne. Comme vous le savez sans doute, la diplomatie de Paris est quasiment centrée sur l'enjeu climatique. Nous pensons, nous ne sommes pas les seuls heureusement, mais nous pensons, la maire de Paris le pense et l'exprime fortement, que le défi climatique est le plus grand défi à l'échelle de l'humanité et qu'il doit s'incarner au niveau local et que ce défi conditionne beaucoup d'autres politiques publiques. Et c'est pourquoi c'est le plus important des défis. Et donc, nous nous sommes engagés avec les villes du monde entier à avoir une stratégie visant à renforcer l'adaptation au changement climatique, contenir notre niveau d'émissions de gaz à effet de serre, en assurant par exemple transition à 100% d'énergie renouvelable sur nos territoires d'ici 2050 et s'engager dans des partenariats avec la société civile, les pouvoirs publics et le secteur privé. Bien entendu, nous avons, au-delà de cette mesure de circulation, un plan climat très ambitieux visant à atteindre d'ici 2020 des exigences supérieures aux normes européennes et par exemple à réduire les gaz à effet de serre de 75% en 2050 par rapport à 2004. Dans nos aménagements urbains, je vais vous donner quelques exemples précis. L'arrondissement dont je suis un élu voit l'un des plus grands écoquartiers d'Europe voir le jour avec la zone Clichy-Batignolles. 40 000 m² de panneaux photovoltaïques, collecte pneumatique des déchets et un procédé extrêmement innovant qui permet de réduire de 42% les émissions de gaz à effet de serre, de 98% les émissions de monoxyde de carbone, de 86% les émissions d'oxyde d'azote et de 90% les émissions de particules sur cette zone, la zone Clichy-Batignolles, qui verra d'ailleurs dans quelques mois le tribunal de Paris et la cité judiciaire arriver. Nous faisons la promotion de logements respectueux de l'environnement, par exemple rénovation thermique de 4500 logements sociaux par an, qui permet de renforcer considérablement l'impact environnemental en réduisant la facture énergétique des habitants. Vous connaissez, pour les Parisiens et peut-être les autres, Vélib, Autolib, la piétonisation, par exemple, piétonisation des Champs-Élysées le week-end, la promotion des modes de circulation douce, bref, toute notre vision pour qu'on circule autrement dans la ville, pour favoriser la croissance verte. Nous sommes absolument certains que ces politiques, puisqu'elles induisent des mutations et des changements de comportement qui se fondent sur la recherche et l'innovation, créent également une nouvelle économie et de nouvelles opportunités économiques.
There's always two key words when we talk about Chinese urbanization. One is speed, the other is scale. Starting about 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago, at that time in 1978, the urbanized population in China only amounted to less than 18%. So it was not actually a high-level urbanization by any standard. Over 30 years of time, we just crossed recently the 50% marks. Now we have more than 56% of our population living in China, in the Chinese cities. The key thing about it is not what happened over the last 30 years. It's what's going to happen within the next 20 years. We are urbanizing about 1% every year for the remaining 15 or even 20 years to come by. And that represents 16 million to 20 million people moving in cities every year. Now, amongst the plan, which mapped out the next 15 years, there are very specific targets and quantifiable targets the country wants to meet. For example, by the year 2020, urbanization rate in China will reach about 60s, still much lower than what we call the mature level urbanization rate, about 70. We're still urbanizing, but the per capita land area have to be less than 100 square meters. What it means is they're trying to manage urbanization physically in terms of spatial planning, managing the area, the development of area to a limit that you don't go beyond that line, beyond that level, to protect the spatial dimension of the growth. And also, there are very specific parameters on the green space ratio. There are very specific parameters on green growth. And there are two new parameters which we never heard about before in China's government policy, which came out in 2014 document, was number one, 50% of all new buildings have to be certified green buildings in 2020. If you think about China is building about 2 billion square meters of construction floor area every year, then you can imagine how big that certification scale would be. And secondly, close to 13% of the city energy supply have to be from renewable sources.
We should not forget the role of public procurement. Public procurement is estimated to account for 12% of total GDP, or 29% of the total government expenditure on average in the OECD countries. Very important. It is also an innovative tool that subnational government can use to create markets for greener public transport or low-carbon buildings and housing. Land use policies and greener business model holds also promise for the wider green growth goals beyond cities. For example, more efficient use of natural resources such as water and forests, sustainable agriculture, and greener industries. One more important policy linkage is that of green growth and inclusive growth. We need to identify a kind of win-win solution for inclusiveness and green cities.
We are coming 4 weeks ago, from a place where in Ecuador, people thought about urbanization heavily. And they developed something which is called the New Urban Agenda. And once again, that's an important reminder of where policies should go these days. But think about it. Today we know that cities will be the place where by the end of this century, 85% of the people will live.